All right, so the first thing I want you to do now is get your soldering iron out. My soldering iron here is a Weller. I think it's like a WE51 or something like that, but I'll give a link to exactly what the model is. We also sell a soldering iron through our toolkit that I will be using in future videos, but for now this is what I had on hand. So I'm just going to go briefly through how a soldering iron works. It basically has a heating element inside of it that heats the tip of the soldering iron very, very hot. This one's actually hot right now. It heats it to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit, so you don't want to touch it. Basically any of the metal part of the soldering iron from here to here, don't touch. It gets very hot. So you want to hold it like you would a pencil. If you're right-handed, hold it in your right hand. If you're left-handed, hold it in your left hand, and be comfortable with it. The one thing to watch out for that a lot of beginners kind of run into is burning the cord of the soldering iron by leaving it, overlapping your tools, and it kind of gets in the way. So you want to hold it away from you. So something like this is how I like to hold my soldering iron. Another thing to be cautious of is the tip of the soldering iron can become oxidized when it turns this grayish color that it is right now. To avoid that, you can use a sponge, a wet sponge. If you have, most soldering irons come with a wet sponge, so you can just kind of wipe it off on that. And we also have brass sponges that we can use. So if you just kind of stick it in there, you can see a little bit of smoke coming off as the solder is scraped off and it starts to kind of melt. And now you can see the tip is nice and shiny. So now we're going to use the soldering iron to solder. This is the part you've all been waiting for. You finally get to solder. So I'm going to go through it. I encourage you to watch the videos first so you understand how it all goes together, and then follow along with the videos or the text and GIFs and all of that great stuff.